So, black people, we ain't shit because we treat ourselves like we ain't shit. We ain't gonna never be shit because we don't treat ourselves like we mean anything in life or in society. We talk a good game, but our actions ain't speaking like our words. These little young kids out here, I don't know what's going on, but there's something in the food, the milk, the water. I don't know what is going on with you kids, but this is getting a little ridiculous. Either we're going to start helping each other, or we're just going to eliminate each other. Some people are going to have to stay. Some people have to go. Only the strong can survive, and only the strong will fight back, regardless of if you die for it or not. But it's going to come to a point where you're going to have to. They're hunting us down in the streets now like we're cattle. And we're okay with this. Don't act like we're not. It's not about a white on black thing or any other race on black thing. This is a black on black thing that I'm talking about. So before you start worried about other races killing us, why don't you worry about us killing us first? Why don't we get back into these communities with all these young little drug dealers and OG drug dealers out here? Put the money together for the community. Take all that drug money and use something for good for the community, like black people used to do when they was peddling that dangerous drug in the neighborhood. They knew through all the evil, some kind of good had to come out of it. They had to do some kind of good to contrast the evil. But we don't even think about that no more. I don't even think we care enough to think about it no more. The thing I'm talking to right now has got us so desensitized that I don't even think you care about you anymore. We talk about presidencies, we talk about all these other things. What does it matter? These people are selected. I guarantee you, if we all did not vote this whole primary and somebody still got elected for president or Congress or anything, then I would show you that people are selected and this is not an election. Are we brave enough to do it? Don't think so. We don't care about each other enough to do that. This pandemic has showed us that all the people that were on the side of social justice and for the people and these protests and all this, now look at us. Maxed up, just so the police don't come and get us. What outlaws, huh? What outlaws we are. I'm afraid this slippery slope has been a little bit too slippery to try to walk back up. Are we doomed? Black people, are we doomed? In our own community? You look at these black politicians. Who are these people? Who voted for these people? Do you know their politics? Do you know who they are behind the scenes? But yet we listen to these black politicians monkey around on them, on their seats of high Congress and in the judicial office and all these offices. And all they're doing is talking. No Democrat has ever done anything for no black community. No Republican has ever done anything for no black community. No black person has ever done anything for no black community. Well, nah, let me take that back. There are some black people that try to do a lot of black things. I mean, a lot of things for the black community, but they get overshadowed by the rap game and popping pills now and suicidal thoughts now in everybody's brain because they're feeding us this. What do we stand for in our community now, black people? Do we have a community anymore? I mean, they gentrified everything we had. Why? Because we didn't buy up nothing. We tore it down more than they even tore it down before we got there. Even while we was there. We had chances to build up our own thing. But we kept tearing ourselves down as much as they were tearing us down. We don't care about each other. You thought Obama was going to save the black community? I've seen so many black people talking about, oh, I don't know what Obama's politics are, but I voted for him because he's black. And before I die, I want to see a black person in office. Didn't Tupac tell you that we ain't ready for no black president? This society is not built for a black president yet. And I'm sorry to say, I don't care who hates Donald Trump. That guy has done more for any community in America than all of these presidents combined so far. And now the pandemic shuts him down. And now you have Creepy Joe talking about you're not black if you don't vote Democrat. What is that going to be, a slogan? You ain't black if you don't vote Democrat. You're letting white people tell you this, black people. White people tell you that you're African American. I'm not from Africa. I'm sorry to break the news to you. My family's from Missouri. We've been here before white people even got here. We need to do something different, and it needs to be drastic for our own community and our own sake. Something's wrong, people. We need to wake up. All you black people talking about you woke. We not woke enough, because obviously we ain't put no action into none of the things we're talking about. I think this is my first YouTube video, and I just had to put it up after I seen Creepy Joe talking about you ain't black if you don't vote Democrat. And Charlemagne the God said nothing. He heard him. He heard him say it. And you should have spoke up then for your black community, brother. But all this, my brother, my sister, please keep that to yourself. If my lights got turned off right now, I couldn't depend on not one brother, not one sister to help me put my lights back on. It would depend on me. So a community we are not. We live in these broke down neighborhoods. Well, I don't no more because I ain't living like that. But we grew up in these broke down neighborhoods. And now none of the elders, even when I was growing up doing stuff, I never even thought about putting back into my community. Never even thought about buying real estate on my blocks that I was doing a lot of damage to. But now that we're older, maybe we should start telling these younger ones. Or if you're still out there doing what you're doing, maybe it's time to just step up your game a little bit. Maybe buy some property. So maybe black people do got somewhere nice to go that's not full of violence, gunshots, things like that. We have white police in our neighborhood and we have black cops. So why are you a black police officer? Don't you know what police were? Don't you know how this system was built? Predicated on getting black people and hoarding them into special neighborhoods where they wanted them to go. And if they did not listen, then they called the police. The spook crew, whatever you want to call them that they were. But now you police officers that are black, coming from war, coming from low poverty neighborhoods that were maybe bullied when you were younger. And now you're like, you know what? I want to do a little bit of bullying. I'll be a police officer. That's the best way I could protect my black butt. These white cops don't care about you. These white cops are Klansmen. Generations and generations of this. They don't care about you. And you're teaching them how to treat black people in our own community. So maybe, Mr. President, which I will be voting for Donald Trump because I will never vote Democrat, and we have no black independent people that are really actually for black people. So maybe, yes, I will be voting Donald Trump again because this is the person that has talked about pedophilia, has talked about all of these things, and no other president has, and exposed so much that you guys are not even thinking about black people. It's not about Donald Trump. It's about getting somebody back in office that is about us now. It's about getting our property back, our rights back as black people. Think about it like that for a second instead of just voting Democrat or Hillary Clinton or Obama crew or any of these people. You know what they've done. It's time to stop playing stupid and play politics. I love my people, but I love myself more. And I love my family more. So I will protect that at all costs. But we need to start getting back to protecting our communities like the 50s and the 40s. We need to get some act right, people. or else we're going to be dead fast as a community.